He had the gear on. Then he took it off. Then he put it back on again. He stood in the garage for 11 minutes. He counted, because that's what anxiety does. It makes you count things, trying to decide if he had the energy to go, if the ride would help, or if he was fooling himself, if he deserved the relief of it. That last question was the darkest one. Do I deserve to feel better? Depression asks that question in 100 different ways. It disguises itself as logic. It tells you that the heaviness is earned, that stillness is appropriate, that the people who ride and laugh and move through the world with ease are simply better at living than you are. He knew, somewhere underneath it all, that this was a lie. He just couldn't always feel that it was. He went anyway. Not because he felt ready, not because he believed it would help. He went because standing in the garage was worse than moving, and moving was the one thing he could control. The first mile was joyless. He noticed that honestly. No wind in the chest feeling, no freedom. Just the mechanical fact of riding. The road beneath him, the engine beneath that. His hands doing what hands know how to do. But by mile 3, something quiet happened. His breathing changed, not dramatically, just deeper. As if his body remembered, before his mind did, that it was allowed to expand. That the constriction wasn't permanent. That air existed and was available, and was his to take. He rode for an hour. He didn't feel cured. He didn't arrive home a transformed man with a new relationship to existence. Depression doesn't work in epiphanies. It works in millimeters, in slow, unglamorous inches. But he had moved. He had breathed. He had chosen, despite everything that told him not to go. He sat in the garage after and thought about the 11 minutes of standing there. How close he'd come to going back inside. How different the hour would have looked from the ceiling. He made a note, not written, just felt, to remember this the next time he stood in the garage and counted minutes.